Hey everyone, welcome back to Caesar's Freedomstead. Now today, I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to grow the dragon fruit the best way I know so far here. So far we have a bunch of these dragon fruit here, have some dragon fruit right here, and these ones right here are actually ones that I propagated myself. They're getting really huge and I'm growing them up this moringa tree here. They got fruit on them. I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm going to show you the best way to grow dragon fruit. And the best way to do that is actually to go ahead and get, if you know somebody with dragon fruit, or if you just buy, a dragon fruit from the store, just propagate it with these side branches here. That is the best way to grow these. I've done lots of these just from one plant that I've purchased. I was able to propagate a whole bunch of different dragon fruit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that the best way I know how. So I'm going to use these here. This is my wife's. So I have a couple of different size containers here. We have a medium size one here. We got this larger size. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off these large side branches here on the main plant. And so where you want to do, let's go ahead and move you over here. All right, there you go. You got a better view there. So right here, this right here is a side branch here. It's not growing any fruit on it like the main branch. If you see going all the way up the tree there, we got a fruit going down here. So we are going to cut right here at the base. See where I'm at? I'm going to cut right about here. All right. Now, we have a branch of dragon fruit from our main plant here. And if you see on the bottom here, you see how it's nice and juicy there where we cut? That's what we're going to stick inside of the container. All right. Let's give you another better view here. All right. Okay. Now, if you've seen some of my videos, I like to drench the soil first before I plant anything in there. It's always helpful to do that, planting anything. Go ahead and do this. Rainwater is best. Now the soil is any kind of soil from the store. I mean, I'm not on one aisle or the other. Just go ahead and get some good soil that you can trust, that you know is really good for growing. Let's make sure everything's going good here. All right. Definitely always remember to wear a glove when you're doing this, because these things are really pokey, and it's going to hurt your finger all day if you get it poked by these spines on these dragon fruit. So now this right here, this is the yellow dragon fruit variety. There's a whole bunch of different variety. This one I've been experimenting with this year, and so I mean, if you guys want to see me grow a lot more different dragon fruit here, I'll do some more variety. But right now we're just doing this yellow dragon fruit variety here. All right, and so I just kind of, if you saw me there, that part where we cut, just gonna stick them right down there, about 4 inches down into the soil. Okay. Now the soil's already wet. And now with these dragon fruit here, when they're first being, they're getting rooted here, you want to go ahead and give him, you want to give them some sunlight. These ones right here I have growing in half shade, half sun, and they're doing amazing and fruiting. But when you first do this, you want to give them some full sun, because you want them to go ahead and start getting accumulating to the conditions out here. So I'm going to go ahead and shove them over here. All right. And now we got another shoot up here. All right, see this guy over here? We're going to cut him too. This is the other dragon fruit plant here that I propagated. I have it going up this moringa tree. I got 2 moringa trees over here. Again, these are my wife's. All right, use your gloved hand and snip right at the base there. Now, if you leave a little bit on here, that's fine. Just clip it off. All right, again, right there, it's nice and moist and juicy. That's part you want to put into the container. And let's go ahead and look down here. All right. And so since this guy's slightly bigger, I'm going to put him in this slightly larger container here. Again, water it. You just don't want your dragon fruit, or really any plant that you're propagating, to just go straight into a dry environment. It's not good for the plant. They don't like it. So shove them again about 4 inches down with that nice moist part down. All right, just like that. Now he's going to go out in the sun right about there with his buddy. And now I got a smaller one right here. And we can just go ahead and cut this guy. Let's kind of go under here. All right, so we got the smaller one. Now all of these will grow into much larger dragon fruit. So there's a whole bunch of branches I could use over here. All right, pre-watered, and shove them down. Try to get them in the middle there. All right, and we got a tiny one. And again, he's going to go right here in the sun. All right. So obviously there's many more that I could do out here, but we're going to stick to that for now. So I want to show you everything else here. So right here, these are a different variety of dragon fruit here that I just actually took out of the ground. I wanted to put them in containers because they actually do much better in the containers. And you guys probably saw my other videos, but this is my main dragon fruit. It's growing way up here. It's about 7 feet. And right here's my other one. He's growing way up here. So I could take this one off too, and I probably will too next week or so. But the rest of these I'm going to leave. If you want to have a really good harvest, you really just want one main stalk. But I'm going ahead and experiment and see how much fruit I could get on just these 3 main branches here. So here's a dragon fruit. There's a dragon fruit right there. So they're definitely growing. There's the 3 we just made. And these large ones here, I actually propagated from this guy. So this one right here is my propagator. So I'm going to cut this one off as well. This is the one that I purchased from the store. This is the yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and propagate him as well. But that's about it. Once you go ahead and get them cut, you get them down about 4 inches down into the soil. Put them out in the sun here. I know it looks kind of shaded now. There's a cloud covering. But put them out in the sun. And I'd say in about a week or 2, let's give it 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, you go ahead and tug on it a little bit, and you'll notice that it's kind of holding. So it went ahead and got its roots. It's rooted. And so that's how you know you did it right. So wait about 2 weeks, give it a little bit of a tug, and if it's holding, you did it right. It's rooting. It likes its environment. And so once it grows really big like this, go ahead and put it in, you can have it in the shade. So these ones right here are growing pretty much in the shade, and they're getting enormous. And I'm growing them up this tree. Put them next to a tree, and I just tied this rope around it, just kind of keep it against the tree, not too tight. You want to see what it looks like when it gets too tight? Let me see if I can find something here. Right here, if you can see this little bit of line here, that was too tight, so I had to take it off because it's growing and the tree's growing as well, so it's going to get tight. So leave it nice and loose. Hey, look at that bee. Okay, so that's about it. That's the best way to grow dragon fruit, and it is to propagate them from an already semi-mature plant. If you enjoyed that, go ahead and like, subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you guys want to see next. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.